Is it normal to find men's bodies unattractive? Just a weigh in here. My partner has told me that she didn't really feel much attraction towards guys until we started dating. 17 years old. To clarify, she found them attractive to some extent but never enough to want to pursue any. She's told me she's always been turned off by relationships and sex. Perhaps you're like her and may not feel much towards guys until you're older and develop a connection with one. Of course, that's just one of many possibilities. I will say that, as a straight guy, I don't find vaginas themselves to be attractive. A vagina attached to my partner, hot as hell, but a picture of a disembodied vagina seems kind of clinical so that I don't feel anything. I wasn't attracted to guys' bodies at that age, either. I wasn't repulsed exactly, but I was very shy about seeing their bodies. I think it's normal to feel uncertainty and even fear about something that you're not familiar with. You may develop attraction later or you may not. Either way, that's okay. You don't have to have everything figured out right now. And whoever you are and whatever your sexuality may be, it's perfectly fine. There are a few possible outcomes here. You are 15 years old and have many more years of puberty ahead of you. It might just be that you haven't yet developed a preference. You might be gay. You might just not be into anyone, man or woman. Asexual is the term, I think, but people can correct me if I'm wrong. Again, you're 15. I'm not saying this to belittle you or make you feel like a child, but because you're literally still developing into the adult you will be someday. I knew several people at school who thought that they were gay, made a huge announcement that they were gay, only to discover that they were mistaken and had to come out as straight again. This was 12 years ago, mind, and things have changed a lot, but the kids weren't terribly understanding and a lot of bullying happened. Do what makes you comfortable and happy, even if that means holding your cards close to your chest for now. You still don't really know who tickles your fancy, and that's okay. I won't say it's normal or abnormal. I started fancying people from a very young age, but everyone's different. A few friends of mine didn't have their first boyfriends until they were in their mid-20s. It's totally fine. I also know a woman who is terrified of penises and she's gay. You might end up not fancying anyone and that's totally fine as well. It's certainly more unusual, but it doesn't have to be a terrible thing. It would mean you would focus your time and energy being independent and doing what you love, rather than what you would love as part of a pair. It's more common for boys to be repulsed by the idea of being close with the other sex. Ew, cooties. But that's not to say it doesn't happen for girls as well. Don't worry about it too much for now. You're 15. There's still plenty of time for this, that and the other. Have fun during the last years of being a kid, by law, anyway, and focus on helping your future self by applying yourself at school and your hobbies. Don't stress too much about being normal. Personal preferences are just that. Personal. What you like and don't like will change and develop over time. What I found sexy when I was 15 is not what I like at 45. Explore. Experiment. Just keep things consensual and safe. You'll know when you like something or someone. And when you don't, there's nothing wrong with it. Polite. That's not my flavor. You're not obligated to find anyone attractive, even if it seems like everyone else does. Also, for what it's worth, I've never thought penises look particularly attractive, even though I quite enjoy how they feel. To each their own. I'm female, 23. I never found males' bodies to particularly be attractive. I don't get any type of feeling seeing men with no shirts on and abs or anything like that. But my boyfriend of 6 years, I love certain things about his body. How collarbones, shoulders, etc. You may just not have found your person yet or what you find attractive. Relax. At 15, anything is normal, but it's okay even if you feel that way at 20 or 30. You don't have to be like most people. You can still be normal even if you're different. Most people are not left-handed, but it's just another way of being normal. Most people are not redheads, but being redheaded is just another normal way of being human. It's the same with what people find attractive. There'll be others who react the same way that you do, even if lots of people don't. Normal doesn't mean the same. There's a huge variety of ways of being normal. You could be romantically attracted to men but not sexually attracted. If you are sexually attracted to women, you could be bisexual, lesbian. If you're not sexually attracted to anyone and feel like that for women too, you might be asexual. I'm not you, so I don't know, but I hope this kind of helps. If you are a 15-year-old girl, it is normal to find adult men unattractive. It's possible that you might just not be attracted to men. Nothing wrong with that at all. Jesus, some of the overly thought-out responses in this thread without knowing anything about lol. Dude, you're a kid. You'll grow into identifying what you like as time goes by. Fuck all these people telling you could be gay or asexual. You'll figure that shit out as you grow. I'm gay and didn't realize until I was almost 20. Enjoy your childhood, and when it ends and you either start liking men's bodies or don't, that's cool too. Things will be clearer. You're a kid. Enjoy the last days of it before the crappiness of adulthood sets in. I am 23F and I still have this same issue. I started questioning if I were gay but realized I am not. Deep down, I kind of suspect that there was something growing up that scarred me or something. It doesn't have to be anything intense like molestation or rape, but maybe how others viewed it around you. In my situation, my parents were very strict Christians and sex was only if you wanted to make babies. I bet something in my years of growing affected how I view things today. When I was in 5th grade, however, I was busted Googling Tila Tequila kissing on YouTube, but my parents, surprising, never did anything about it. Probably scared to confront me. I guess they thought that there was no possible way I would turn gay, so they never really felt the need to clarify it. Maybe that's why I am more comfortable with women in that nature. I never felt as if I needed to fear them or as if all they wanted to do was have sex with me, etc. Blah blah blah. Even though I've never gotten the butterfly feeling from them. But you'll have to dig deep and try to find your own reasons from growing up. However, I did end up dating this guy for about 5 years and I liked his body. I like it because I became comfortable with it. I still felt strange towards other male bodies, but not his, I guess. I think you'll find something that works.
What about boys your age?
I didn't care about men's bodies at your age. Literally could not have cared less. I loved Adam Brody. That changed as I got older. Doesn't necessarily mean you're gay, or asexual or anything else. Just give yourself time to figure it out. I think talking about how hot or sexy guys are can be a fun topic with your friends when you're a teen. Still is as an adult. So that's part of it. Sometimes we amp up our responses in those conversations because it's part of having a laugh and it's lighthearted and fun. I thought I was gay for being scared out by penises at a young age, but I realized it was because I grew up in a Christian household country and sexuality was never discussed. When I did start learning more about it and, more importantly, started being comfortable about exploring these things, I learned how to appreciate not just men but women's bodies. Sexuality is a complex thing. Attraction doesn't immediately mean gay or what. You're still young and it's normal to feel this way. Assuming you are a girl, 15 is pretty young, so you might be attracted to teens your age, which are usually very skinny without any beards or anything. And some girls develop later. What repulses you today may attract you tomorrow. I personally didn't find any male bodies attractive until I met my boyfriend. You might just need a strong emotional attachment to find a person attractive. I was interested in guys' personalities at 15. However, when they would start to flirt, or I would detect any sort of an interest in me more than just friends, then I would get super uncomfortable, awkward, shy, avoid them completely, at all costs. I even uninvited a guy friend to my birthday party that all of our mutual friends were attending and talking about in front of him. But even when I got my first BF at 17, I would still be a little uncomfortable when we hung out. Finally, he brought up the awkwardness he was feeling between us, and I opened up about not being completely comfortable around guys. This ended up bringing us so much closer together. He was very understanding and comforting about my shy awkwardness around guys. Eventually, I became so comfortable with him that I gave him my virginity. So yeah, don't worry too much about your feelings right now. At your age, yes, it's normal. Just don't ever share this with a guy because they get insecure too. Well, normal is a relative term, but also emo not really a concept that makes sense to apply in this situation. You don't need to be normal. You just need to be yourself. You may just not be sexually attracted to men. There's totally nothing wrong with that. As background info, I'm gender fluid and pansexual, and pretty queer in general. And I know loads of queer people existing in many different ways a human can exist. And I can only advise you not to feel obligated to find anyone attractive or feel a certain way about someone because it's normal. You're totally okay the way you are. By the way, if you want to learn about LGBTQ+ topics, I can point you towards some resources or just answer your questions directly. You're still very young. I wouldn't worry about this in the slightest. You have years to figure what you find attractive. As for the dislike for penises, I'm a 27F with 2 kids and I still think they're ugly ASF.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.